My dear friends, imagine a moment in your life where everything you once questioned suddenly falls into place. A moment of clarity, peace, and profound connection with something greater than yourself. This is the transformative power of the Shahada. It's not just a declaration of faith, it's the beginning of a spiritual journey that leads you to a life filled with purpose, peace, and an unbreakable bond with the Creator. Today, we will explore how embracing the Shahada can change your life, guiding you from confusion to clarity, from doubt to unwavering belief. Stay with us, and let's discover this path together. The Shahada, the Islamic declaration of faith, holds immense significance in the journey of belief. It represents the very essence of a Muslim's identity, affirming the oneness of Allah and the prophethood of Muhammad. For someone on the path of seeking truth, this declaration is not made lightly. It often comes after a period of deep questioning, soul-searching, and personal transformation. The road to the Shahada may begin with curiosity, a spiritual void, or a longing for deeper meaning in life. Many who embrace Islam describe moments of inner conflict and confusion before discovering clarity in its teachings. The words of the Shahada are simple, yet they carry a weight that transforms the heart and mind. Saying them is not just a verbal act, it marks a turning point where belief moves from thought into action. At this stage, doubts begin to fade, replaced by certainty and spiritual awareness. Individuals begin to see life through a new lens, one shaped by a divine understanding of existence and purpose. The acceptance of Tawhid, the belief in one God, brings with it a sense of alignment that was previously missing. In the process of approaching the Shahada, many experience a gradual inner shift. What once seemed distant or unfamiliar begins to feel close and familiar. The teachings of Islam start to resonate deeply, offering a sense of logic and spiritual nourishment. The role of Prophet Muhammad as the final messenger becomes clear, often sparking admiration and a desire to follow his example. This phase of the journey is marked by increasing confidence in the faith and a readiness to embrace it not just intellectually, but emotionally and spiritually. The Shahada becomes a powerful symbol of transition from doubt to devotion, reshaping one's connection with life and the Creator. The moment someone says the Shahada, the Islamic testimony of faith, is often filled with powerful emotion. This declaration marks a deep shift within the heart, a personal awakening to a reality that may have been quietly forming over time. Many describe it as the moment when everything suddenly makes sense, when the pieces of a long spiritual puzzle fall into place. It is not just about understanding Islam on an intellectual level, but about feeling its truth settle deep within the soul. Before reaching this moment, individuals often go through a period of searching. This search might be triggered by life challenges, moments of reflection, or exposure to Islamic teachings. As they learn more about the faith, their hearts begin to respond, sometimes in ways they can't fully explain. A verse from the Quran, the kindness of a Muslim friend, or simply the beauty of Islamic prayer can stir emotions that were once dormant. This emotional stirring often leads to a desire for closeness to God, for truth, and for peace. When the Shahada is finally spoken, the experience is deeply personal and often overwhelming. Tears, smiles, and even silence are common reactions, each expressing the profound impact of this spiritual awakening. The heart feels lighter, freer, and more connected. There is a sense of being seen by God, of being guided and chosen. This emotional experience is not just a reaction to words spoken aloud. It reflects the transformation that has been happening within for weeks, months, or even years. The emotional intensity of embracing Islam is a sign of sincerity and readiness. It reflects a heart that has opened itself to faith, that has wrestled with questions and found comfort in divine answers. It's the moment the heart truly wakes up. The Shahada is more than a verbal declaration. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in a person's life. For those embracing Islam, these simple yet powerful words bring about a complete transformation that touches every aspect of their existence. It's not just a change in belief, it's a shift in perspective, identity, and purpose. Life before the Shahada often feels fragmented or misaligned, with many people searching for meaning or direction. When they finally embrace Islam, they find a sense of clarity and focus that had been missing. This fresh start begins with a renewed sense of self. A person who takes the Shahada steps into a new identity, one that is rooted in submission to God and a commitment to living a life guided by divine principles. This transformation is often reflected in daily habits, moral choices, and personal goals. What was once routine becomes intentional. Actions are now motivated by a desire to please God and live with integrity, compassion, and purpose. The Shahada also brings a shift in values. Many find themselves reevaluating their priorities, relationships, and lifestyles. The pursuit of temporary pleasures or material success begins to lose its appeal, replaced by a deeper desire for spiritual growth, inner peace, and meaningful contribution to the world. For some, this transformation means changing social circles, adopting new habits, and even learning new practices like prayer and fasting. The journey after the Shahada is one of constant growth. While challenges may arise, the sense of direction and inner strength that comes with faith becomes a guiding force. The declaration marks a turning point, not just in words, but in how one sees themselves and the world. It becomes the foundation upon which a renewed, purposeful life is built. Taking the Shahada is often described as a spiritual rebirth. It symbolizes a fresh beginning where the past, regardless of its weight, is left behind, and a new path illuminated by faith begins. For many, this moment feels like being born again, not physically, but on a deeper soul level. The heart feels renewed, the mind cleared, and the spirit awakened. This sense of starting over is not just emotional, it's deeply spiritual, and it brings with it a powerful sense of peace. Before saying the Shahada, individuals often carry emotional or spiritual burdens, regrets, guilt, confusion, or a lingering sense of emptiness. Islam teaches that upon declaring faith, all past sins are forgiven, and the person is as pure as a newborn. This idea is not just comforting, it's transformative. It allows new Muslims to let go of what once held them back and to look forward with hope, courage, and confidence. They are no longer defined by their past, but guided by their new connection to God. This spiritual rebirth also comes with a sense of purpose. Life suddenly feels more meaningful, and each day becomes an opportunity to grow closer to Allah. Acts of worship, learning, and self-improvement take on a special significance. New Muslims often describe feeling a strong inner light and clarity that was absent before. Their hearts feel open, ready to embrace the path of righteousness and sincerity. The feeling of rebirth through Shahada is deeply personal, yet it's a shared experience among those who accept Islam. It's a moment where everything changes, not only how one sees the world, but how they see themselves. With this new beginning, the individual steps into a life filled with divine connection, growth, and an unshakable sense of direction. After taking the Shahada, many new Muslims describe an overwhelming sense of peace settling over them. It is not just a fleeting emotion, but a deep, lasting tranquility that fills a space within that had long felt empty. This peace often comes from the realization that they are no longer spiritually lost. The confusion, doubt, and searching that may have defined their earlier journey are replaced with clarity and calm. They now know who they are, why they were created, and what their purpose in life is. Along with peace, a profound sense of purpose begins to emerge. Life gains new meaning, not just in a religious sense, but in everyday moments. Acts that once seemed routine, such as eating, working, or speaking kindly, are now viewed as opportunities to earn spiritual reward. Every aspect of life becomes connected to a greater goal, to worship and please Allah. This shift in purpose brings stability and structure, offering a roadmap for living with intention and integrity. This internal transformation often leads to changes on the outside as well. New Muslims may begin to adjust their habits, relationships, and even environments to align with their newfound faith. These changes are not made out of pressure, but from a genuine desire to live a life that reflects their beliefs. The peace they experience encourages them to protect it, and the purpose they've discovered drives them to keep moving forward. The Shahada marks the beginning of this emotional and spiritual shift. The calm that follows is not just relief, it's a sign of the soul finally being in harmony with its creator. The sense of belonging, direction, and meaning that follows is unlike anything experienced before, and it becomes a source of strength and motivation for the journey ahead. For many who embrace Islam, the journey to the Shahada is paved with personal struggle. It is often a path filled with questions, emotional battles, and deep introspection. The decision to declare faith does not usually happen overnight. It follows a period of searching for truth, wrestling with doubts, and trying to find peace in a world that may feel chaotic or spiritually unfulfilling. This internal struggle becomes a defining part of the journey, shaping the sincerity and depth of the individual's eventual faith. During this time, people often explore different belief systems, seek answers in philosophy, or try to fill the void through worldly success or relationships. Yet the heart remains unsettled, always yearning for something more. Encounters with the teachings of Islam, whether through reading the Quran, meeting Muslims, or observing the beauty of Islamic character, begin to plant seeds of understanding. These small moments begin to shift perspective, allowing the person to slowly let go of confusion and come closer to truth. When the Shahada is finally spoken, it brings with it an incredible sense of relief and calm. The inner turbulence that once clouded the heart starts to fade, replaced by spiritual clarity and emotional serenity. There is comfort in knowing that one has finally arrived at a place of truth after so much uncertainty. The acceptance of Islam feels like coming out of a storm into a space of stillness and light. This serenity does not erase life's challenges, but it provides a solid foundation for facing them. The heart feels anchored, no longer swayed by every fear or doubt. With the Shahada, a new sense of stability enters the soul, allowing peace to take root where there was once only restlessness and longing. Reciting the Shahada is a moment charged with powerful emotion. For many who accept Islam, it is the culmination of a deep, personal journey that has often involved struggle, searching, and self-reflection. Saying the words, "There is no God but Allah," and "Muhammad is his messenger," might seem simple on the surface, but behind them lies a story of transformation, longing, and sincere commitment. This is why the moment is so often accompanied by tears, silence, or heartfelt joy. It is the release of everything that has led up to that point. The emotional intensity of this moment reflects the depth of what's happening inside. It is not just about adopting a new faith, but about surrendering the heart to its creator. There is a sense of relief in finally reaching a destination after wandering for so long. The weight of past mistakes, confusion, or spiritual emptiness feels lifted. For many, the tears that flowed during the Shahada are not tears of sadness, but of overwhelming gratitude and inner peace. In that moment, a new Muslim often feels seen, heard, and accepted by God. There is a raw honesty in declaring faith, a vulnerability that is both powerful and humbling. It's the beginning of a new identity and a promise to live a life rooted in truth, sincerity, and devotion. The emotional experience can be deeply personal, yet universally understood by others who have taken the same step. Family, friends, and witnesses of the Shahada often feel the weight of it too. They may also be moved to tears, recognizing the courage and beauty of such a decision. This shared emotion creates a bond that transcends backgrounds and languages, reflecting the unity and compassion that Islam brings to the hearts of those who embrace it. When someone takes the Shahada, they don't just enter a new faith, they enter a global family. This sense of unity and belonging is one of the most powerful aspects of embracing Islam. Known as the Ummah, the Muslim community stretches across continents, cultures, and languages. Yet it is united by faith. For new Muslims, especially those who may have felt isolated in their spiritual search, this connection provides a deep sense of comfort and support. The experience of being welcomed into the Ummah is often emotional. Strangers become brothers and sisters in faith, offering encouragement, guidance, and sincere care. It's not uncommon for people witnessing a Shahada to embrace the new Muslim, congratulate them, or even shed tears of joy. This immediate bond goes beyond friendship. It's rooted in shared belief and a collective commitment to worshiping Allah. Being part of the Ummah means never walking the path of Islam alone. Whether it's learning how to pray, understanding Islamic teachings, or navigating challenges, new Muslims often find themselves surrounded by people who genuinely want to help. Mosques, community centers, and even online spaces become sources of knowledge, companionship, and spiritual growth. This support can be life-changing, especially during the early stages of practicing Islam. Belonging to the Muslim community also brings a new layer of identity. A person may come from a different background or culture, but within the Ummah, they are seen as equal in faith. This sense of equality and shared purpose fosters a powerful feeling of acceptance. Many converts say that for the first time in their lives, they feel like they truly belong not just to a religion, but to a living, breathing community that spans the globe and offers a sense of home no matter where they are. For many, taking the Shahada is an act of liberation, freedom from the emotional, spiritual, and psychological burdens that have weighed them down. Before embracing Islam, individuals may carry the weight of past mistakes, guilt, and confusion, often trapped in cycles of regret or self-doubt. The Shahada offers a profound release from these struggles, symbolizing not just a declaration of faith, but a transformative break from the past. It marks the moment when a person decides to free themselves from the chains of their previous life and embrace a future filled with hope and purpose. The idea of liberation through the Shahada is deeply tied to the Islamic teaching of forgiveness. The declaration of faith signifies a clean slate. Every sin, every wrong, and every misstep is wiped away. This forgiveness is not just spiritual, it carries an emotional weight, offering individuals the opportunity to heal from their past mistakes without being defined by them. The freedom that comes with the Shahada is both empowering and humbling, as it allows one to move forward without the constant burden of guilt or shame. The Shahada liberates a person from the constraints of societal pressures and worldly distractions. Many people feel lost or disconnected from their true selves while chasing fleeting goals, such as material success or social approval. Embracing Islam provides a sense of clarity about what truly matters: worship, personal growth, and helping others. This newfound understanding offers freedom from the pressures of an uncertain world and the constant pursuit of shallow goals. In embracing the Shahada, a person also experiences spiritual freedom. They are no longer subject to the whims of doubt and inner conflict. Instead, they align their heart with the truth of Islam, finding peace and confidence in knowing that they are living in accordance with their Creator's will. The Shahada represents more than just a declaration of faith. It is the beginning of a profound, intimate relationship with Allah. For many who take the Shahada, it feels like a homecoming of the soul, a return to the purpose for which they were created. Prior to embracing Islam, there may have been a feeling of spiritual disconnection, of searching for something greater, without quite knowing where to find it. The Shahada bridges that gap, offering a direct and personal connection with the Creator. This moment of declaring faith brings a sense of spiritual belonging that is unlike anything else. For many new Muslims, the Shahada is not just about adopting a new belief system. It is the moment when they feel truly seen and known by Allah. It is the beginning of a relationship where Allah becomes the source of comfort, guidance, and strength. The soul, which may have previously felt adrift or unanchored, finds its true home in worship, submission, and devotion to the Creator. The emotional depth of this connection is felt in the daily practices of Islam, such as prayer, salah, where the believer stands in direct communication with Allah. This act becomes an opportunity to express gratitude, seek guidance, and feel His presence. For many, it is a moment of spiritual intimacy, knowing that every word uttered in prayer reaches Allah, and that He is always near. The Shahada also marks the start of a journey where the believer feels empowered by their connection to Allah. With this new relationship, the individual is filled with a sense of peace, security, and direction. The trials and challenges of life are now met with a deeper sense of trust in the Creator, knowing that they are never alone. Through the Shahada, the soul finds its true purpose and rest in the loving embrace of Allah. The Shahada is a profound, transformative journey that not only marks a declaration of faith, but also signifies a deep spiritual awakening. It brings peace, purpose, and a sense of belonging to the Ummah, offering freedom from the past and a path toward divine connection. Embracing Islam through the Shahada reshapes one's life, renewing the soul and aligning it with the Creator's purpose. May this journey be filled with peace, growth, and unwavering faith. Thank you for taking the time to explore this meaningful experience, and best of luck as you continue your journey of faith and discovery.